Hi folks, I'm back. It's been a minute since my last video. Took some time off to take care of the self. I strongly advocate that you do so, and that you do so before you absolutely have to. So, you know, that daily self-care is crucial and it is necessary. In this video, I am starting the Battle of the Bougie powders, where I will review some high-end powders and let you know, is it worth your coin? Can you do better with a drugstore or mid-range product? And give you my thoughts. In this video, I will be giving you a first impression of the YSL Souffle D'Eclat in the shade 04 and showing you the Mer The Powder, which I have used before. So if you want to know my thoughts on these products and also on this lippy, it is the new MAC shade from Naima Tang. Go Naima. You know I love a red. I love Naima. Her platform in the beauty industry is amazing. Much like Jackie Aina, Naima pushes, you know, these brands to do better by Black women. Just do better. So I ran to buy this lipstick when I saw that Naima had released one, because even if I don't care what color it was. I don't even wear, you know, like purples, but if it had been purple, Naima's name was on it, I was gonna buy it. So anyway, thank y'all for joining me, and like the video, share the video, you know, help us out. Anyway, thank y'all so much, and I'll see you next time. So the powders I'm going to be trying today in the Battle of the Bougie powders is the Mer The Powder, and this one is 8 grams of product for $95. I caught mine during the Sephora appreciation sale, so it was 20% off of that. And the YSL Souffle D'Eclat in the shade, I think that's how you say it, in the shade 04, and I grabbed this one from Nordstrom's, and this one gives you 15 grams of product for $60. So, you know, you get more product with the YSL and it does cost less. I'm going to use the powders in 2 different ways. The Mer to set my under eye because it is a lighter powder, and I'm going to try the YSL to set my face. The Mer comes in nice little glass. It's a frosted glass. Definitely has some weight to the packaging. I personally would have loved like a rose gold top or something. The silver, it's okay. They also come with puffs. I have opened this. I removed the puff because this powder, like, I'm not sure you can see that, but like even when you're not bothering it, like a lot comes through the sifter, and having the puff in there, I just felt like kept making a mess every time I opened it. Not only that, but I wasn't going to use the puff anyway, so I removed it. The YSL, I have not used it. I have opened it. It comes in plastic acrylic container with the fingerprints all over it. I hate when stuff isn't pretty anymore. It has the YSL logo embossed, and as you can see, it has more color. Standard sifter. It also had a puff, and again for the same reason. I'm not going to use it, and it just makes a mess when I'm opening it each time and removing the puff. So let's get started. I'll also give you an idea of my somewhat updated makeup routine. In addition to using the Fenty foundation in the shade 410, which I absolutely love and adore and keep a backup on hand, Lancome Teint Idole joined the family. Y'all, listen, I never thought that I would find a love like Fenty again. Love this foundation. I was looking for something that wasn't matte, but I also don't do super radiant. So listen, it was amazing, amazing, amazing. So we're gonna see what 2 pumps gets us, because I'll admit I have been going real heavy with the Lancome, and at $47 and some odd cents a bottle, I need to act like I got some sense. Like, I need to act like I got some sense. So I'm trying to do better, because like, yeah, this bottle is going way faster than my Fenty. I don't know if that's also the way that I apply it. I apply this with a brush, and so I'm not sure if as a result I'm using more product or just what, but it is worth it. Right now, Nordstrom's has the Lancome on sale for like $39. It's 15% off. They're price matching or something like that. And you know, if you want to grab it, I personally am going to wait for the Sephora Rouge sale because I can get it for 20% off. So that is what I'll do. I got that bottle during the appreciation sale for 20% off as well. So I'm using the NYX 03 brush. As we learned from cousin Jackie, this brush is amazing with foundation. I don't use a beauty blender with this one because I was looking to find something that was a little more full coverage, and I think that this one, I like the coverage that I get with the brush and this one. Hook your neck up, don't neglect the neck. You gotta blend, you know, you don't want just like boom and then boom. And my chest and my face are two different colors. You can really tell, but my chest is lighter. I opt not to blend my face with my chest because I don't want to put the lighter foundation on my face. And so instead, what I will often do if my chest is out is I will bronze my chest a little bit to match my face if necessary. But I never match to my chest when my chest is lighter. So you see the situation we got going on here, and it's uber radiant right now because one, boom light, and two, I've just applied it and you know haven't powdered or anything, but the wear on this is amazing. It feels good. It doesn't feel super heavy. I love the color match. Like, I keep looking into the monitor. I'm gonna have to get used to looking here and not there. But yeah, I am a fan. And I'm gonna go with the 2 pumps. I was using 4, 2 on each side, but that's because I was used to doing that with my Fenty. And then I was like, I went to 3, and now I'm at 2. So hopefully, as I learn to just see what each one needs and not use a blanket approach, I won't be using as much product, because that one does cost more than the Fenty. So we ain't trying to have it go hella super fast. For my concealer, I'm going in with the NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Amande. I go back and forth between the creamy concealer and the soft matte, both in the shade Amande, because I don't really highlight my under eye a lot. I use my powder to do that mostly. This one is, as you can see, like, it's pretty close to my actual skin tone. So it's concealing as opposed to highlighting, which is what I like. And I think I'm finding that I like the creamy one when the bottle is a little old. Like, when it's a little old. Some of my older ones, because you know, you be scraping this bottle, because for 30 bucks at full price, I'm getting every tiny, absolutely piece out of this. So the NARS has had a little bit of time to sit. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend out first the forehead highlight situation. I used to use the Fenty all the way up here, and then when I blend it out, and my whole forehead would basically be covered in it. And Too Much Mouth pretty much helped with that when she talked about, like, you know, it's gonna blend out more, so you don't want to put it too much this way, because ultimately what's going to happen is you are going to then you're gonna have too much. So you just need a little bit and blend it out. I feel so shiny. But I'm not as radiant as I appear, again, because of the lights. And I'm gonna play with them and see what I need to do and how we can get better. But for now, let's just hope that after I powder, you can see the real me. The true me. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. we are all blended out. Remember, there's no such thing as too much blending. When you think you blended enough, blend a little more. Next, the next thing that I changed about my routine is that almost all the time, I am using the Fenty Matchstick in shade Espresso for my contour. Just this beautiful brown with red. It's gorgeous. And again, got this much left, and I've had this product since Fenty dropped. My neighbors are so disrespectful with their noise while I'm trying to film. Hella disrespectful. But TJ Maxx had the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel on sale for $14. I used to use the Genius Gel in shade Cocoa Medium 82. This is Cocoa Deep 84. I used to use the shade 82, and then Marc Jacobs started being real problematic. And speaking of which, he was being problematic because he had like white women with faux locks on his runway, and folks was like, I mean, you could have got some sisters. Anyway, so I stopped buying the Genius Gel, and then lo and behold, they seemed to be phasing it out and stopped making it anyway. But TJ Maxx had this one for $14, and I was like, well, I mean, by the time it reaches TJ Maxx, Marc been paid for it already, so I ain't really adding nothing to his pockets. But what I found was that I really liked this as my contour. So I just put it on in the same space that I would apply my contour stick. And also, right, like, you know, you can contour with anything darker. So it could be a stick, it could be a cream, it could be a liquid, it could be a powder. Ain't no rules to none of this, you know. That's the beauty of it. And I might have applied a tad too much, but we gonna work it out. Before we work it out, because I shouldn't even have been doing that before I do this next step, we're gonna set this concealer. And I'm gonna set with the La Mer. I'm spilling this powder, and we cannot be spilling powder that is that expensive. I'm gonna use my little e.l.f. brush. I think it's a blush brush, $3, but I really love this brush for setting under eye because it's just perfect. When I first tried this La Mer, like, it was instant love, okay? It was instant love. You see this? You see this? Like, it was love at first sight. And you don't need a lot. Like, I didn't even try this in my typical way where I use a beauty blender and dip it and then do it like that. One, because I was like, I spent all this money on this. I ain't gonna just be all willy-nilly using more than I have to. And then I found that I like this anyway, which is what I used to do with the Laura Mercier before I started. See the finish? Like, the finish was what I really, really loved about this powder. It adds a radiance to the under eye that I liked, that I really enjoy. Then we're gonna set the forehead and the chin. Okay. Now we are going to take our Sigma FA2 and blend out this contour. Good Lord, wow, that really shows up on camera. Is it not as dark in real life as you can see on camera, but okay. I'm not mad at you. For some reason, this side always goes lower than I want. I don't know. I think it's because of the direction of my blending. Like, this side behaves and stays as high as I want it. This side is like always down here. But I got a fix for that. So don't you worry. Baby, don't you worry. Hey, dirty. It's funny because I tell you, the camera will teach you some things about your makeup situation that you might be to know more about it. This whole situation of trying to put on makeup when you can't really see, it's an issue, okay? So this is the puff that the YSL came with, but as you can see, it's like really, really small. This is the puff that the Chanel powder came with, which is one I'm gonna try in one of the videos coming next in the Battle of the Bougie powders. I think I'm gonna use this one because it's bigger. This one is just so small. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Again, my neighbors are so rude. Why you got guests coming knocking on your door? No, let me stop. So I'm gonna try this one, and I am going to try this press and roll technique that folks have been using and trying. I will say this about this sifter. First of all, this thing is full. Like, it is full to the absolute top. And I don't know if that is the reason that the sifter just does not seem to pull out a lot of product. Like, okay, finally we got some movement there. But like normally it's just like you don't get much, which is good because like I said, the La Mer kind of just does it when you haven't even touched it, nothing, and it just, there's powder all up and through there. So I have put some in the cap, dipped the pad in, rubbed it together, and then gonna press and roll. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Not at all. What I am ideally going for with trying these different powders is to see if there is indeed a powder that can just keep me looking fresh all day, that can give me the most airbrushed finish that I can get. And that, you know, controls unwanted shine, right? Like there are some areas where you want some shine, but then you're usually intentionally applying some shine in that space, so you don't need no help. We don't need no help with the shine, bro. So I'm gonna go my nose and the sides of my nose. And I am not trying to use a whole lot. One, because I haven't done this method before. And two, because, you know, I just want to kind of see what's what within the situations. I think I am going to go and try, I think I'm going to go buy the Laura Mercier, whatever, puff. Because I've heard that it is a pretty good puff for such purposes. And now I'm gonna try a new lippy, the Naima Tang lipstick from MAC. She partnered with MAC as part of their MAC Maker program and created a red. So let's see. Ooh, it's actually coming off like a pink. Wow, it looks really pink on my monitor. I don't know what it looks like for y'all. Whoa, whoa, okay. So I'm historically a very, very matte. Does it say this is a matte? goodness, I cannot see. Yeah, this is a matte, but I mean, this feels more like a comfort matte. So this is the final look. It was just my monitor that made this lipstick look really, really pink. It is definitely red. As for the powder, I am really liking the finish that it's giving me. So looking forward to seeing what it wears like throughout the day. Anyway, thank y'all for joining me. As always, please like and share the video and comment below if you tried some of these products. If you're looking to try some of these products, let me know what you think. And as always, have a positive, peaceful, and productive day. Okay, so this is a true wear test. I put this makeup on at 1 p.m. and it is now 1:51 a.m. I have hung out with my homegirl, I have gone shopping, I have been in the club dancing, I have been in the rain, and this is how my makeup held up. I mean, I'm definitely oily here. That's where I get my glow first. But like, got club stickers on. All of this, where I was at the press and roll, like, come through. YSL and Lancome, come through. So, as much as I was like, I don't think I'm blown away earlier, like, I'm definitely blown away by the wear and the staying power of this. This lipstick, I never reapplied it. I have not blotted my face. I have not touched up my face at all. So I'm gonna say thumbs up on the YSL and the Mer. I'm not mad at it. So we will see what's next in the battle of the bougie powders. I'm going to bed after I get me some coconut water because I'm tired. Night, folks.